Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hannah. I post all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle related that are also vegan and cruelty-free. And today I wanted to share with you a new foundation that is on the market. This is from Urban Decay. It is the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator, and all of the formulas are vegan, so that is awesome. So I'm going to be trying out this foundation and doing a first impression / review for you guys. So I'm going to apply it, let you know my initial thoughts, and then I'm going to check in with you guys 2 more times today and give you some more feedback on how this wears throughout the day. I'm very excited, and if you're interested to see how this foundation wears, then keep watching. Alright, so this foundation claims to have up to 24 hours of hydration, up to 24 hours of glow, up to 24 hours of wear, and it has kombucha, filtrate, and marula oil, and it is an all vegan formula. So this comes in 12 shades, but I get the feeling that this is going to apply a lot like a tinted moisturizer, where it's not going to be as important that the shade match you perfectly, since it's not going to be like a full coverage look. So we'll see. The shade I have is number 40. It's in light, medium, warm. Hopefully it's a good match. There's only 3 shades underneath it that look pretty fair, so I feel like this will be a good color. So this is what the bottle looks like. So it forms into like a little tip for the applicator, which is very interesting. I don't see that a lot. You know what? I am going to put on a primer. I wasn't going to, but I almost always wear a primer, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to add the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just going to add a little bit to give the foundation something to stick onto. All right, I'm going to apply this with a brush. I feel like this formula, because it's a lot lighter, it's going to be better with a brush. I'm afraid a beauty blender is going to just soak it all up. So, all right, it's definitely warm. It's like leaning towards orange almost. It's not bad. It's definitely like blending in okay. I think I would probably get the light, medium, neutral maybe if I were to go back. I don't know. So it's definitely hydrating. I can tell that. Sinking into the skin like pretty quickly. I would definitely work in spots of your face rather than put it all on your face and try to blend it out. Like the way I'm doing it right now, I think is effective. I feel like once it's there, it's kind of there. So this is definitely a very sheer formula. I have like a bug bite right here under my eye, and that is still showing through. And I can definitely still see some imperfections peek through, which I know some people prefer. One thing I will say is that the hydrating formula of this is making it so you can really see the texture of my skin. Whereas I feel like with more matte foundations, you don't really, it kind of conceals the texture. So if you're somebody who's concerned about texture on your skin, like, I don't know if you're gonna love it, because this is definitely emphasizing every bit of texture I have. But I will say it's very, very, very glowy. I could see this being a great vacation foundation because it's very light coverage. Okay, so off the bat, this is very, very glowy, very hydrating as it claims. I think it might be a little too hydrating for me for what I like for an everyday purpose. Like I said, I feel like on vacation I might gravitate towards something like this, but for right now, it's like just, my skin almost looks wet. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's just so shiny, and like not in the spots where I want it to be shiny. Like, I'd rather it be, you know, on my high points of my face. This is just all over shiny. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup. I am gonna add a powder to this just because this is how I'm gonna use this foundation. I'm not gonna leave it like this. I'm definitely gonna be adding a powder on top. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. So I did add powder like we talked about, and I think that helped a lot. Like, it looks a lot less overly shiny, but it still is very, very glowy. I like it. I just feel like for me, I'm not gonna have as much control over where the glow goes. I mean, it's a really pretty natural looking finish, I will give it that, but yeah, we'll have to see how it goes throughout the day, if it starts to get a little more oily or not, or if it just kind of stays consistently. And this is supposed to last for 24 hours, which I think is really great. All right, well, I'm gonna continue on with my day. I will check back in with you guys in a few hours and give you some updates on how the formula is wearing, and I will see you soon. All right, I am back. It has been about 5 hours now since I checked in with you guys, and let's take a look at how the foundation is wearing. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell on camera, but my T-zone area is definitely more oily. I don't know, it's so weird. It's definitely a hydrating foundation, but it's kind of clinging to dry patches here and there. I do feel like it stayed on really well for 5 hours. Like, I definitely have eaten since I put this on. I've touched my face probably without realizing it, and it seems to have stayed on really well, so it definitely seems to be on its way to doing what it claims as far as like 24 hours stay. So I feel like that's something that's probably hard to find as far as hydrating foundations go. I feel like a lot of them aren't gonna last all day, and so this product is kind of, you know, my foster dog is making a lot of noise right now, I'm sorry. I feel like this product is definitely going to be a longer lasting hydrating product than probably a lot of stuff that's out there on the market. For me, I really want to like this foundation, but for me it just like really seems to emphasize my skin texture and like my fine lines, and like I said in the beginning, I could see myself wearing this on vacation if I just want like a really dewy, glowy look with a little bit of coverage. But as far as like an everyday thing, I just don't see it for me. I would say if you have dry skin, you're gonna like it, but I'm looking at it right now, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's like clinging to the dry patches, which is kind of weird. And maybe that's a skincare thing. You know, I did just recently use a retinol, so maybe my skin's just peeling from that. It seems to kind of like settle into my lines. It seems to kind of emphasize the dry spots. It stayed on around my nose pretty nicely, which I feel like is a problem area for me throughout the day. My nose tends to produce more oil, and I feel like foundations slip off of it pretty easy, but it's staying on the nose really well, so I will say that. But yeah, that is where we're at. And I'm gonna check in with you guys one more time at night to give you my final review. So I will see you very soon. All right, it has been probably between 4 and 5 hours since I last checked in with you guys. So I wanted to do a final check-in on this foundation. Not a huge difference from the last time I checked in with you guys. It's obviously still clinging to the dry patches. I would say the areas that I'm noticing the most difference are around the nose. It definitely didn't stay as well as I had originally hoped around the nose. It's definitely like breaking apart around my nostrils, and it's rubbed off a little bit, which I have worn a mask because I took my dogs for a walk. So that could have a part in that. I just don't know. I really want to like this foundation, but I just feel like my skin looks older. It really like shows every imperfection. You know, for being a hydrating foundation, I'm kind of shocked that it's sticking to the dry patches on my face so much. Like, definitely around my mouth and my nose is where I notice the most. Like, I feel like it looks better on camera than it does in real life. Yeah, it's just like doesn't make my skin look good, which is shocking because I use the primer that I usually use with all of my other foundations, and my skin usually looks great. And same thing, I use the setting powder. I use the Hourglass Mineral Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and that one always makes my skin look flawless, but there's just something about this foundation, it's not gelling well. Maybe this would be better on its own, or maybe if you like diluted it with a little bit of moisturizer so that it's more of a like tinted moisturizer. I was really excited about this. I love finding new foundations that are great, and unfortunately this just for me is not what I look for in a foundation. I don't think it works well with my skin type, but I'm interested to hear from you guys if you've tried this out, how it did with your skin and like what your skin type is, because I want to say it would be good for dry skin because it's so hydrating, but the fact that it clung to my dry patches is telling me no. And I have combo skin, so I can't imagine that it would be great for oily skin, because my battle with it is just how shiny I look. Like, I don't know if you can see my forehead, it just looks so shiny. Such a bummer, because I really liked the idea of a medium coverage tinted moisturizer that would be really great for everyday wear, but unfortunately for me, this is a miss. I really love so many of Urban Decay's products, so I am really sad about this, but there are plenty of other good ones to try from Urban Decay and from other brands. This one, I think, for me is just going to be a pass, but if it sounds like something that will work for you, definitely try it out and report back. I would love to know if you liked it. For me, I feel like this is not one that I'm going to wear every day. I'm going to try to play around with it and see if I can find other ways to wear it. Maybe on like no makeup days where I just use only cream products. Maybe it will work better if there's no powder setting it. I don't know, it's hard to say. So I will keep you guys posted if I change my mind on this, but right now I would say it's not gonna be my favorite. I would give it like a 6 out of 10 as far as foundations go. I feel like I'm pretty just meh about it. It obviously like stayed on well, aside from like the areas that rubbed off around my nose and around my mouth. That's what I give it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Let me know if you guys like this video. Let me know if there's any foundations you're curious about. I have so many that I want to try, so I'm interested to hear what you guys are interested in. I definitely want to be helpful to you guys and save you some money if a product's not good. So let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you leave. Also subscribe to my channel, that helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.